like to ask all of you a question. Raise your hands if you have something that you are really passionate about. It can be anything: sports, a hobby, a subject. Now I want you to share it with the person sitting next to you. And then imagine this passion being taken away from you. How would you feel? Would you do something to prevent this from happening to you or others? We will come back to this. So, like all of you, there's one thing in my life that I'm really enthusiastic about. That's my favorite sport, soccer. In my hometown, Guangzhou, China, I used to play soccer almost every day after school with my friends. Soccer always delighted me as a way for me to relax and better focus on studying. So, what do we need to play soccer? A soccer ball? A soccer field? Maybe a pair of soccer cleats. But I did not realize the most important thing we need is a good air quality, until one day, poor quality air stopped me from playing soccer. One day, my teammates and I went to the soccer field as usual. But something was different that day. The sky was no longer clear. It was gray and dark. The air had a pungent odor which was similar to the smell of industrial factories. And it was hard for me to breathe. I asked my friend if he had any idea of what it was. He told me that it was just bad weather, nothing more. So we continued practice and ignored the bad weather. However, a few minutes later, our coach ran to us with a serious facial expression. He told us that the condition of the air was no longer suitable for outside activities, and told us to go back to the locker room. When we went back to the locker room, I asked my coach what happened. He stared blankly for a while and answered, "It is haze, and dangerous to our health." Oh my God, I was shocked because haze is a word I heard so many times from news where haze was reported as a severe health threat in cities in the North and West China. But I never thought that haze would appear in my hometown. At first, everyone thought it was just short-term and there's nothing to worry about. We could play soccer on another day. But the situation started to turn worse, and haze started to occur much more frequently than we thought. So you may ask, what is haze? According to the World Meteorological Organization, aka WMO, haze is an atmospheric phenomenon in which dust, smoke, and other dry particulates obscure the clarity of the sky. Haze is a severe environmental problem that limits our access to outside activities. To me, it was a wall that blocked me from the soccer field. It stopped me from doing what I'm passionate about. If you cannot understand the pain that haze brought to me and other people in my hometown, just imagine your favorite thing in your life that you told the person sitting next to you about is now being taken away from you. I believe you can now understand my feelings. Besides limiting our outdoor activities, haze also does harm to people's health. The key air pollutants include particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and carbon monoxide. Even short-term exposure to these air pollutants can cause respiratory problems as well as heart and lung diseases. People in my hometown began wearing special respirators every day to protect themselves, like this. A respirator like this can keep 98% of air pollutants away from your mouth and nose. But even with that, many people still became affected because of air pollution. Based on data going back to 1990, The US-based Health Effect Institute reported that China faces about 1.6 million premature deaths a year as the result of air pollution. Now you may wonder what actually caused the air pollution. That's also a question that confused me for a long time. I searched on the internet, and what I found is really thought-provoking. People were blaming the government for their neglect of duty. They were blaming the factories for their excess pollutants in the air. Maybe they are right, but I think the environmental problem is bigger than just blaming others. As the French philosopher Voltaire once said, "No snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible." From my perspective, the lack of awareness that people have to the environment is the major cause of the problem. Even though every single snowflake is small and negligible, many snowflakes together could form a powerful avalanche. If everyone could think they are responsible for the society, if everyone were aware of the climate change and environmental problems in their daily life, the problem may not have evolved to such a serious level. After living under the haze for almost a year, I started a new journey, study abroad in America. I was amazed when I first landed in Florida. The sky was blue and clear, and the weather was so nice that I cannot describe how wonderful it made me feel. Compared to the sky in my hometown, the sky here in Florida is perfect, and this makes everyone relaxed and content. Here, I can do everything I want without any limitation. I can hang out with my friends at the beach and enjoy the sunshine. I can play sports. I can even see the night sky lit with thousands of stars. Last semester, I joined the JV soccer team, and I was able to continue my favorite sport. I had a great soccer season with the best teammates and coaches ever. Under the clear blue sky, we were running on the field, playing soccer, and having fun. However, during the first year I studied here, I observed many things not environmentally friendly happening in our daily life. For example, as we all know, we have a garbage classification in our school. But I noticed that many students just ignore the sign on the trash can and throw whatever it is into wherever they like. If you pay attention in the dining hall, you can find out that nobody noticed these signs. I asked my friend why he didn't throw his plastic water bottle into the recycle bin. He answered, "Why do I need to do that? Nobody does that, and all of the trash will go to the same place anyway, no matter we classify them or not." I believe a lot of people have the same feelings as my friend. It brings out the question that, why do we need to classify the trash? According to a recent study by the US Environmental Protection Agency, we only recycle about 32.5% of our solid waste. What do we do with the rest? The EPA explains that we burn 12.5% of our solid waste in incineration facilities, emitting harmful gases into the atmosphere. The rest of the waste, about 250 million tons of it, ends up in landfills annually throughout the country. By classifying our daily trash, the government could recycle rather than burn or bury into the soil. By reducing the amount of trash that goes to landfills or to be burned, we can make a difference in reducing pollution in our environment. As I think America is my second home, I do not want the environmental problem in my hometown of Guangzhou happen here again. And I do not want to see the people I love follow the same old road in Guangzhou. And I do not want to see the beautiful night sky and clear blue sky to be damaged. With small actions in our daily life, little by little, we can make our home better. So let's do it together. There are a great number of things that we can do in our daily life. For example, think before when you are throwing something into the trash can and put it into the right bin. Remember to turn off the light in your room when you are leaving. Use a reusable water bottle instead of a plastic one. These actions might seem small and negligible, But when we do it together as a community, we can really make a difference. Now, in my hometown, most people are starting to live an environmentally friendly lifestyle, and the government took actions to make the situation better. For example, they shut down a number of factories and invested a large amount of money in the construction and development of public transportation. According to the World Health Organization, with all the efforts together, the average amount of pollutants in the air decreased by 30 to 35% in the past 3 years. Little actions like that made a difference, and the situation is now getting better every day. So don't think that something is not a big problem because it will never happen to you. Think less about, I don't care, and think more about, what if, what should I do? Be aware of something that may affect you. Alter your perspective, as problems always start from the lack of awareness. And last but not least, remember, when we do something environmentally friendly, we are helping the world to become better. The life of our Earth is limited. It is dying every day, every second. And Earth needs us to save its life. So don't think that your action will not have such a great impact. No act is ever too small. One by one, little by little, this is how to make our home a better place. Thank you.